Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. And hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So we're back here talking about the Major League Baseball free agents and the trade candidates. We've had quite a few moves since the last time I did a video. A lot of movements happened to a certain degree. All the big names are still out there. But some names are off the board since the last I spoke to you. Here we go. Number one. And we're going to talk about where they're going to go, where it's predicted, and a little AI too. And AI's got some things wrong, AI's got some things right. Initially, AI had gotten a lot of stuff right, but as we've gone further into the offseason, everything's sort of upside down. First up is Kyle Tucker, where he's going to go. I do not have an updated AI version for you. But plenty of teams have been mentioned. He's looking for a massive contract. I don't think it's there for him, to be honest with you. Because he's not a great defensive player. He can hit. He's a very good hitter. He's a professional hitter, but he's not great on the base pass, but he can hit. He's not a great outfielder, so his market is somewhat not as what I think he'd want. Plus, there's also talk that he wanted to sign after the new year. But we have the Cubs, the Yankees. The Yankees I don't know what the hell the Yankees are doing. The Yankees have gotten away with murder, folks. Well, the Mets are getting crushed here in New York. The Yankees have done absolutely nothing. And so quietly, hush, hush, no one talks about it. Very irritating. But the Mets, I don't think the Mets are in on this market. Seattle, because he's not as good defensively as Dave Stearns would want. Seattle, I think that's happened. The Dodgers, San Francisco, the Phillies, Baltimore, and Toronto. AI had said Toronto, but we'll see. Pete Alonso went to the Orioles, signed a big contract. Edwin Diaz signed a contract with the Dodgers. Played a lot of games with whether they were going to go back to the Mets. And pain in the ass. Dylan Cease signed with the Blue Jays. Zach Gallen has not signed. We've heard the Mets. I don't think that's going to happen. Houston, Arizona, the Angels, San Francisco, Detroit, Baltimore, and the Cubs. They're saying the Yankees, but I don't think the Yankees are going to be in this market. The Yankees have enough pitching. I don't think their problem is their offense and their bullpen and their defense. Framber Valdez, where's he going to sign? I don't know. I don't think he's getting the 6-year deal he was looking for. If he looks, I would be surprised, folks, if he gets a 1-year deal from a team, and that'd be perfect for the Mets because Stearns does not want to sign these guys to massive contracts. But I can see Valdez getting a 1-year deal or a 1-year deal with an opt-out and signing that kind of a contract. I could see him doing that and trying to prove further. I don't know what more he has to prove at this point. Bo Bichette. I've heard the Dodgers, Toronto, Detroit, and Boston. I would probably cross Boston out. I think Boston is almost done with their offseason. They brought in Wilson Contreras. Wilson, I'm sorry. Got traded to the Red Sox. Talk about him in a bit. But he's probably going to go back to the Blue Jays. Then Cody Bellinger. That's a tough one. I have him down, and I think AI, I pushed AI to the limit. Where is he going to sign? Where is he going to sign? AI hoed and hummed. Maybe the Yankees, it was getting all stuttering on me. The Mets, so as I got up against its head and said, look, where is he going to sign? They said the Mets, and said, well, maybe the Yankees. I don't know what he's going to sign. Ranger Suarez. Toronto, San Francisco, Philadelphia, going back there, the Mets, the Cubs, Baltimore. I can see him going to Baltimore. I can see him going to San Francisco. Kyle Schwarber re-signed with the Phillies. Yutaka Murakami. Now, there were all kinds of talks. There was no talks about him. What are you talking about? Where he was going to go. Well, he wound up with the White Sox, amazingly enough. He signed with the White Sox on a 2-year, $34 million contract, which is a terrific contract for both him and for the team, because he can really build up his value when that contract is done. So if he proves he can hit a real good fastball, he's going to make tons of money after those 2 years. And don't be surprised if he gets moved before that contract is up, and the White Sox will just bring in a whole bunch of young players. They're about 2-3 years away, but they're really building up very quickly. A very interesting team. They're going to be really good in a few years. So if you're a White Sox fan, there's a lot of hope there. Finally, Next up is Francisco Lindor. I believe the Mets should trade him. If you're going to go to do a rebuild around Soto, get rid of everybody and get rid of him too. But if he were to be moved, we've heard San Diego a lot. Toronto would be a good fit. The Dodgers would be a good fit. Jeff McNeil got traded to the Oakland Athletics. In Oakland, the Sacramento A's, for a young pitcher named Yordan Rodriguez. We don't know what kind of pitcher he's going to be. We'll find out in a few years. Brandon Nimmo got traded to the Rangers. David Peterson's on the market. I don't know. I think there's a good chance he'll get traded because he's got 1 year left on his contract. And the Mets are not going to give him a 5-year deal. I would never do that with him. Now it is injury history. Sandy Alcantara, all the teams you think that need pitching, I don't think he's not going to get moved. Same thing with Joe Ryan. Same thing with Logan Gilbert. All very quiet markets for them. Merrill Kelly, we signed with the Diamondbacks. Chris Bassett could be of interest to these teams. Milwaukee, Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Arizona, the A's, the Yankees, Texas, Houston, and the Mets. The Mets have been prominent over the last few days. We'll see. Alex Bregman, Boston, Seattle, Washington. I can see Washington signing him. Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Cubs, Toronto, Detroit, Milwaukee. I don't see that. And Texas. AI saying Boston. Michael Conforto's still out there. Lucas Giolito's still out there. Trent Grisham signed with the Yankees. Right, Rhys Hoskins, he's still out there. Michael King resigned with the Padres. I think that kind of put the kibosh on the trade rumors with the Mets and the Padres. By the way, Nick Martinez, he's still out there. Emilio Pagan resigned with the Reds. Jorge Polanco signed with the Mets. The Mets gave him 2 years, $22 million. AI said he's going to sign with the Mariners for 2 years, $26 million. So AI got that pretty close, very accurate with the amount of money and the years. JT Realmuto, I believe, will go back to the Phillies. Tarek Skubal is not going to get traded right now. Mason Miller has been prominently mentioned with the Mets. That would give the Mets a big bullpen with him and Devin Williams and Luke Weaver. Luis Robert Jr., San Diego, the Mets, and Pittsburgh. The Mets should stay far away from him, candidate. Robert Suarez signed with the Braves. Eugenio Suarez is all talk that he's going to go back to the Mariners. We'll see. Josh Naylor re-signed with the Mariners. Naylor was signed a 5-year, $90 million contract. AI said 5 years, $85 to the Mariners. Luis Ariz, he's still out there. So many players out there. Brandon Woodruff re-signed with the Brewers. Clay Holmes, I think, is not going to get moved now. Freddie Peralta, I don't know what's going to happen with him. They got a whole bunch of players that signed. Shane Bieber stayed with the Blue Jays. Devin Williams went to the Mets. Jack Flaherty and Gleyber Torres re-signed with the Tigers. Ryan Helsley signed a contract with the Orioles. Luke Weaver signed with the Mets. Kazuma Okamoto has until sometime in January to sign with the team. We'll see where he goes. I would hope the Mets could bring him in. I'd like to bring him in here and balance. That'd be my off-season for the Mets offense. Mackenzie Gore's name's been mentioned. Brendan Donovan. I don't have the current team that's really rumored with him. Sonny Gray got traded to the Red Sox. Pete Fairbanks is still out there. Brandon Lowe went to the Pirates in a trade. Taylor Ward got traded to the Orioles. I'm skipping some players because I don't think it's really of note to talk about them because I don't know where they're going. Adolis Garcia signed a contract with the Phillies. And he was non-tendered. Jonah Heim was non-tendered. I don't know where he's going. Mark Vientos, I could see him getting traded very prominently at some point. Same with Luis and Acuna. They did move a lot of the logjam with Jeff McNeil. Wilson Contreras got traded to the Red Sox. That's what the rumor was, along with the New York Mets, but he got traded to the Sox. A bunch of young pitchers, and that's a good move for the Red Sox. Luis Severino, I haven't heard much of him. Tatsuya Amai, I don't have a prediction on him, but the Mets are talked about. We got the Cubs, San Diego, the Yankees, Boston, Philadelphia, and the Baltimore Orioles. Shota Amanaga re-signed with the Cubs. Brad Keller went to the Phillies. Hyun Kim stayed with the Braves. Ryan Hearn on Tuesday signed with the Pirates on a 2-year deal. Harrison Bader's still out there. Raciel Iglesias re-signed with the Braves. Zach Littell, Justin Verlander, Kyle Finnegan, Max Scherzer still out there. Tyler Rogers signed a 3-year deal with the Blue Jays. Didn't like him with the Mets at all. Ketel Marte will add a new name to this team of rumors. The New York Mets, Detroit, Boston, and the Tampa Bay Rays. Any team signing him or trading for him, let the buyer beware. An elite talent, but a little bit of a strange bird. Christian Walker, keep an eye on him. I looked at his numbers. His numbers don't look that bad. I'm surprised they want to get rid of him. They're not too often what he's had in the past. Kodai Senga. Doesn't seem to be much of a market for him. The Mets still hold on to him, but I think he'll be gone, though. Nick Pivetta, we've heard rumors about him going to the Mets. I would not go crazy with him. Do not treat too many of their prospects for him. Colin Halderman signed with the Guardians. Christopher Morel signed with the Marlins. Seth Lugo is rumored to be. Well, I think he's taken off. I believe. Lars Nootbaar's rumored. Nolan Arenado forever rumored. Trevor McGill's been rumored. Josh Bell signed with the Twins. So this is some of the players who are on the market, who've signed, who've been traded, and hopefully we'll have some more before we get into the next video with it. And thank you for watching this video. And of course, I'll keep you up to date on this stuff. And please subscribe to the Baseball Hut too. And I'll see you later.